Good evening and welcome to the Monday's edition of the Regional News. Following a fatal shooting of a wanted Guyanese man in Suriname, police in a neighboring country found and seized 22 shell casings at the scene of the incident. The victim, Shamar Fineman Wilson, was shot dead. His partner, whom he met a few days ago, was also in the car when the shots were fired. According to reports, the gunman waited for the man until he got into his car. Soon after, several shots were fired. The woman in the car was not injured as she ran away in fear. Police reported that Fineman was carrying a purse and a necklace, but those items were not found. Fineman was known as a hitman wanted by the Guyanese authorities. The corpse showed a number of gunshot wounds to both arms, legs, chest, abdomen, and head. The investigation continues. The dead man, along with 3 others, were accused of being involved in the act of throwing a grenade at the vehicle of Kaicher News owner Glenn Lau in 2016. In 2019, the lone witness in the grenade attack, taxi driver Kelvin Walters, was executed along Eccles East Bank Demerara Public Road. However, it is believed that before he died, he managed to ram his car into his attackers who were on a motorcycle. 2 men were then charged with the murder after they turned up to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation with broken legs. They both got the matter against them dismissed on the grounds of insufficient evidence by a city magistrate. A 30-year-old Guyanese woman living in French Guiana was shot dead on her birthday. According to information, the woman, identified as Flo, was shot dead in the Balata area around midnight on her birthday, February 24, 2023. It was described as a massacre, as the victim received 4 bullets and a knife in the chest at the corner of Folklore and Leroy Streets. She was shot in the neck and not in the wrist, 1 in the right breast, and finally 1 in the back. The local media has reported that Flo was a Guyanese companion of a man who was killed in the same place in October last year. And I quote, "Just in the order they were born, they died," end of quote. Nicole Grenade's aunt in words, has she recounted the heartbreak she and her family suffered from December 2021 to February 2022, when all 3 of her sons died, one after the other. It was the death of her youngest son, Yusuf Henry, which put her into the national limelight in 2022, even as she struggled to comprehend how such tragedy could befall her. Greenwich told her heart-wrenching story in an interview several weeks ago. Her son was one of the LMCS divers who died in the Pariah Fuel Trading Company Limited pipeline on February 25, 2022. Greenwich said her journey was difficult from that of other families, as at the time she was already struggling to deal with the deaths of her first and second-born sons. Her eldest son, Araga Henry, was 34 when he died on December 13, 2021. He had previously been diagnosed with cancer and was thought to be in remission when he fell ill again. After extensive testing, doctors told Araga he had a blood clot in the brain. But before he could be treated, Araga passed away. Marcus Henry Greenwich's second son was a police officer. She said Marcus and Araga shared a special bond, and Marcus' grief may have cost him his life. A little over 2 weeks later, Greenwich was preparing for another funeral. Barely able to contain her tears, Greenwich recalled having to find the strength to bury Marcus. She said it was at the time she made a vow to keep Yusuf and her only daughter, Afisha, close to protect them. But on February 25th, Afisha received a call from one of Yusuf's co-workers informing her of the accident which happened and Yusuf was missing. Yusuf's body was recovered on February 28th, bringing her vigil to a heartbreaking end. Yusuf had 4 children while Marcus had 2. Grenade said her primary focus now is ensuring that her grandchildren are well taken care of. She described Yusuf as a loving, dedicated father who did everything he could to ensure his children had what they wanted. She said although she often struggles with her grief, she tries not to miss work as every dollar counts. Thank you for watching. I'm TIANA.